My name is John Calderon, and I am the president of the Champaign Rotary Club, and I am honored to be a veteran of our great country. I want to first thank all the Rotarians who respected our efforts in asking a veteran to this luncheon. So if you are a Rotarian who has done so, please stand up to be recognized. Thank you. And now, if you are a veteran or in the military services now, in the reserve or active duty, please stand up so we can thank you. Thank you. Before we start, I was asked to give some opening remarks about me. At the age of 18, I was a pretty stocky young man. Some called me half boy, half man, in the eyes of my parents and many others. I wasn't even old enough to buy beer, but I was actually trained to fight or even kill if necessary for our country. I probably could have been happier staying home or hanging out with my friends, or even sticking around with my girlfriend, or even just waxing the old beat-up car. But instead, I volunteered in the United States Marine Corps to serve and to protect our country. And once I made it through boot camp, I was the proudest human being on this earth. Shortly afterward, I was sent overseas on a ship heading to Vietnam to bring back our wounded, sick, and proud Marines and soldiers who are now coming home from an empty conflict. The military changed my life in many ways. Started off with my girlfriend sending me a Dear John letter. Not the most exciting letter you want to receive. I was 15 pounds lighter since I left home, probably from the awesome meals that we call sea rations. Or maybe from just sleeping out in the dawn to dusk. I lost my motivation to write home anymore, as I just ran out of words to send home. But I was very excited when I could take my rifle apart in 30 seconds and put it back together in less time, in the dark, without a sound or a noise. I became a teacher, a nurse, a landscaper, a land purveyor, a farmer, a drum major, a marksman, a sharpshooter. In other words, I became a jack of all trades, and I learned how to survive in the darkest days. A kid who stopped listening to his parents started listening and obeying orders instantly and without hesitation, as I finally realized that what my parents were trying to teach me was to become a man was now not an option, but a needed tool in my survival. So now I wash my hands every day. I brush my teeth every day. I change things routinely every day. I wash my clothes every day. I learned how to cook, clean, fix things that I could never fix before, especially fixing myself. I learned how not to be selfish in what little I owned, as I shared my water with those that thirst, my food with those with hunger, and realized that the world didn't just revolve around me, and that I was better off with many than by myself. I could not lock myself up in my room anymore, as I had no room to lock myself in and complain about the world, but more so to save the world, one young boy turning into a man at a time. I cried in public and in private for my friends who I saw fall, and that I no longer had. I stood proud every day as I heard our national anthem, as it vibrated through my body. I still hang a flag outside my office every morning in lieu of those that came before me, for the ones we lost, but more so in respect and acknowledgement to those boys and girls that fight for us today. I ask that we always respect and remember our veterans, those men and women who have given so very much, and their families who still shed tears for the loved ones that are not with them today. For the children who are growing up with one less parent. Remember, always remember them for they have earned the respect and admiration with their efforts, their commitments, with their blood, and some with their lives. God has blessed each and every one of us here today as we live life, freedom, and the American dream just because we offered to keep our country free. May God bless you. Thank you, and welcome.